morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Happy Friday, everyone. It's hopefully most of everyone's last day of work. You get a fun weekend off. I mean, sports never quits. So, we don't get too many days off, Ramon. I think it's, just about a little bit of all-star breaks. That's really about it. But hopefully there's some Twins fans out there. Oh my gosh, what did they do in the first inning of the Yankees game, Ramon? Oh, let's see. It was sacrifice fly, double, 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 homer, homer, homer. Wow. That's all I got to say for that first inning by the Twins. How are you today, Ramon?
We were done early on the total, but
wow. That was
morning,
crazy.
Good morning, Mindy, Hahne. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mornings Team with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy, Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott. Mornings Team show for Friday, April 14th. Yeah, baseball action yesterday. We saw that huge hockey card. We're just about set, Mindy. We know every single matchup except for two. I think two. Right, we got to decide today what happens. And the big story, of course, Michael Trujillo in the chat. He's already talking about it. Tampa Bay Rays, 13 in a row, tying the record. They've got to go on the road in one, certainly the tough test. Make fun of the schedule all you want. Everyone's going to play everybody.
Major League Baseball. That's all I got to say. It's hard to win games, no matter who you're playing.
Tony said it yesterday. You're still going to win. Even the best, even the elite teams, might lose around 60 games, right? So this is a huge head start for the Rays, and it's magical for sure because look, these guys are talented, and but it's just the way the Rays wave is what Michael Trujillo says in the chat. I say it's more the Rays way, the way they do it with their organization, right? So
seems like it.
Just a great job. Will they get it done today? They're a slight favorite. It didn't look like they were going to be there early on. Toronto's actually taken the steam in the game so far early today. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about all the baseball games. 15-game card today, and NBA. These are the ones that kind of matter. Yeah, they did matter last time too, but we'll see what happens when Chicago takes on Miami and Oklahoma City takes on Minnesota. And those two NHL games. So let's head on over to see who was here early and who got us in the door. And we'll head on over to Tony's picks and see who's doing well. I could use some help from our chat. But I think it's just for me a little bit of the end of the season blues. A little bit, maybe just.
I called mine like college basketball tournament.
Well, yeah, just trying a little bit too hard to make sure to try to get some winners every day. And we're dealing with yesterday's hockey. We saw it. I mean, there was some, wild results. There were some solid results too by some very good teams. Curtis was here with brought the door open for us. He had the keys today and let everybody in, such as Brent and Michael, talking about that with the Rays. Thomas is here today, and Ziggy. And Brent says the Yankees pitcher, Brito, wasn't very good.
I guess not. I liked it, though, when they brought in the shortstop to pitch. Hey, why not?
I don't know if everybody knows this, but there are rules regarding when a position player can pitch.
Oh, I did not know that.
Major leagues now. It's. I don't know if it's we got kind of a short show today. I don't know if I can even look it up here real quick, but there are certain rules now in the major leagues when position players can and cannot. It doesn't seem right. It seems like one of those rules would be like, you don't tell me what I maybe
right. Whenever I can bring in a second baseman to pitch, why not?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me see if I have this right real quick here. I don't know, maybe if I'll get too into it. Might be too much to look up actually, but
But no, I didn't know that there was
well, I think
actual
it was.
rules on that there.
Yeah, well, I think it was just
I could think
changed.
you could come in and tank your team whenever you wanted to.
Yeah, well, because last year they had it was a record number of position players that did pitch.
I remember
So
Cardinals
I
did
believe
it.
right now, yeah, teams have to be up by 10 or more runs in the ninth inning to let that happen, or something like that. Um,
Or if you've used everyone in your bullpen.
I mean, right? I mean, who's to say? I mean, that's just, doesn't make any sense. But I won't. I'm not going to look it up and get it. We want to talk about the show, but we could maybe I'll post it in the Discord or something. So, but there just are certain rules at this point. Maybe even someone in the chat will bring it up. Let's say hello also to Butterscotch here today, and Blake is here. Butterscotch ready to roll with the Rays still. Relly buns. Relly buns that sounds like something, like I want to like I don't know. Like something you would do in the ninth inning with your rump when you're trying to
Like
uh,
a rally bum, huh?
well, you're an Angels fan. You know when it's time for the rally monkey to come out. So maybe we can shake our tushes when we need some runs late in the game.
All right, you start, Ramon. You start.
No one's gonna ever. We want to keep the viewers, Mindy. Matt's got uh, everything working here and breakfast and all that.
Yeah.
And Thomas also talking about the other throwing to first base, and I believe that again. I'm on my over kick. I'm probably going back, to it today. We saw plenty of runs I thought scored yesterday, a couple of unders, but you can throw to first twice, and then if you throw the third time, you have to get him out basically, or he gets second base. So that we're seeing runners get running starts, and I said it enthusiastically the other day on Tony's show. The stolen base is back this season, so that's helping. And Mindy, I was just and talking about I keep talking about the overs, talking about the totals. Yeah, I mean, pitchers can have a good day. They're not going to be. We're still clicking at about 56, a little over 56%, maybe even close to 57 still. Uh, but what I want to add about that, I mean, despite the fact that you know the overs are still coming in, just look down the lines today, Mindy. There isn't a 7.5 to be had. Mentioned it yesterday on Tony. Until they start getting 8.5s and 9s, and quite frankly, that's what we're looking at today. Or 8.5s, 9s, 9.5s, and that's not Colorado. 104 overs, 81 unders, and 7 pushes. So 56.2% going over. You could have a little variance there if you missed a run or so. There might be some sites saying a little bit differently, but that's what my records say currently. So, 23 games over. That's only about what, 2 a day, maybe 2 games over a day that are more overs than unders. And I think that they are making the adjustments with the totals, but I think there's still room. Howard Hogan here. Jay Peasy, stay away from the blue waffles.
You don't
Those
want to
are
know. You don't want to know. Don't look it up.
okay. I thought those were like blueberry waffles or
No.
something. It's a
No.
bad thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very obscene.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, I'm worried now.
You're gonna write it down and look it up after.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a guy, I don't like to be grossed out or anything. Sherilyn's here today. And that might be it for the regulars right now. Zordon just popping in as well. let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look. I'm
Right.
tempted to, I can't believe. I mean, usually these are things I know. I think, right? Or I don't, or maybe I'm not supposed to know. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Collins, look at Collins. He pops up here with another strong day. 5-1. Sean, 67%. Nick, 56% yesterday. For the week, Collins is up a dime. He's our leading handicapper over the last 7 days. Nick, plus 867. Sean there, plus 803. Ralph is plus 500. Mindy, almost up a nickel this week as well. The GM, the VIP account up 350. Some other guys in the green. Somebody not in the green. Who's missing from that list? All right, for the last month, there's Sam. He's on top, plus 2,383. He's got a great percentage as well. Over the last 30 days, I'm up there. At least I'm up there somewhere, plus 1,800. Collins plus 1,600. Ralph up a dime. Ben up 900. Tiffany's up 600 this last 30 days. Other profitable cappers here at Tony's Picks. And I'm still tops for the calendar year, but gonna try to get some back here. I liked my new nickname. Kong's Clips
Kong's Clips is
here.
here.
French toast. Got to be home,
Top 3 breakfast. I agree.
Well, I got to make I really don't like French toast out. I like to make my own French toast, and that's pretty much the only French toast I'll eat. I won't eat anybody else's French toast. I will not eat French toast sticks. Huh?
French
Oh,
toast snob.
yeah, I'm a French toast snob, maybe,
Yeah, right.
And Demetrius Crandall here today. Great to see you guys. Thanks a lot. We got 3 dozen, so I guess we can get rolling, Mindy, today, but we'll just take one more look and see at Tony's Picks, talk about our premium picks. These are absolutely our best picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages from our expert team of handicappers here at Tony's Picks. Our roster growing, and with our relationship with our new cappers, so should be a pretty good day. You see Ben here, he's got a 3-pack of games in the major leagues. You see a lot of cappers already loaded up on those basketball games tonight and some baseball as well. Tony has 2 NBA picks and 1 MLB for his Powerhouse Friday formula for profit. Tim Irwin's got his $15 play in the NHL. Daniel Walasachuk has a 3-pack of games in Major League Baseball. Nick Vartini's got a 5-pack in the NBA tonight. So, Mindy, a lot of Major League Baseball, but those games you see on the pick ticker here, people are loaded up and ready to go. It's all night games in Major League Baseball as well for Friday. So, what are you going to be up to? Personally, yes, and also with your packages. Will your sports viewing on a Friday night be part of your social calendar, also tracking your premium picks?
It will be. I mean, usually on Fridays, go to my sister's, and every person each week brings dinner. Basically, is what it is. So we have a little, it's always on the calendar type of Friday night, and yeah, we always watch sports, right? Today probably be baseball because we have a lot of fans that are, a lot of friends that are not basketball fans, so they would choose to be baseball fans instead. So we got folks that that are Yankees fans, Red Sox fans, Mariners fans, of course. And then, we're like the Royals fans. So, there's lots of good things to do. But I'll definitely be in Major League Baseball today. We'll have a couple here tonight in the NBA. I think I'll maybe stay away here from hockey. Should have done that yesterday. I thought it was funny that the because I had the under in the Hurricanes, and it was fine, right? 2-0. That sounds pretty good. And then they score 8 in the third period. I couldn't believe it when I woke up to that this morning. Goodness.
Yeah, that was my show pick yesterday. But we had the Hurricanes yesterday. Boy, we had some mixed results. I felt like it was a pretty good day, but we did have some losers. But we had the Blue Jackets on the puck line. I thought that was pretty good. Yesterday we had the Hurricanes, as I mentioned. We also had gosh, Mindy, I know we had another good. What was a good winner? We the was it the Flyers total over, right? I think we had, yeah, Flyers total over. So we had some pushes yesterday as well. So also Knights and Kraken under we had. So are those pancakes emojis?
Those
Wow,
are
I didn't know
pancake
there were.
emojis.
And Blake says Discord under scrutiny. Well, yes, I mean
What
when you
happened?
well, I thought at first it might be because of that gaming group where the man was
Oh,
arrested for sharing
trade
military
secrets. Yeah.
secrets, but apparently it's our chat that's causing all the problems with all the props and winners and sports betting conversation and
That
uh,
had to be it.
maybe even a little bit of a risque conversation in our chat that shouldn't be there, but nonetheless, yes, it might be us. It might be our Discord. So let's make sure we get in there before they shut us down and talk all about the sports. Follow our Discord here. We'll pop it up into the screen before they shut us down because of all of our winning picks in there. You guys are doing a great job with the conversation. Follow us in the Discord. We don't have any secrets. We're not trying to hide anything, but you do got to join us in there, part of our group here that, well, it's just us. So if you know how to if you watch the show, you get the access. We just don't like send it out there on Twitter saying just, come join, got to be watching this show or Tony's show pretty much to get involved. So what's this one? Is that
Choo choo
a steam
train.
train? Like a steam
Nice
train?
team. Yeah.
Okay. Brent liked the hockey yesterday.
Good.
I just had I didn't get the premiums at all. I'm glad the postseason's just about here.
Right.
But today's games are interesting. One game, well, the big game, of course. So that might be the Tampa Bay train. Yeah, Scott Smart here today. And JPZ also. Top secret Discord. And Ron on.
Sanford's son cracks me up every time.
All right, so over at Tony'sPicks.com, those are our premium picks. Those are our best picks. Mindy and I will have premium picks that are going to win today. And so we'll do our other cappers. We're going to give you plenty of free picks right here on the show, complimentary selections on every game, even the tough games. So, it's just what we like to do, talk about every game. It kind of helps us out a little bit too in our premiums, but our best plays are over at the website behind the paywall. Just to make it clear, want to do our best with these picks, Mindy, as well.
That's right.
But certainly the best picks are over at Tony'sPicks.com, and we've got other we've got to put out picks on social media. Uh, you know, that's what our whole program is. There's a lot of free picks, but again, those best picks are over at Tony's Picks. So if you're doing fine with all these picks, that's just great. If not, please indulge us. Get our premium pick selections and use that promo code. Check out the handicapper leaderboards. Check out Mindy and I's numbers, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Going to start with those big basketball games tonight, Mindy, and get your take on them and those from our chat.
All right. I'm
Okay.
ready. Are you
All right.
ready?
Well, no, I got to get the right graphic on there.
Starting at NBA, I think then we're going to go to hockey, Major League Baseball.
Yes, that's right. Ron was saying where are we starting first. So NBA, NHL, just because of short cards, and then we want you to stick around for the baseball, and I'm sure you will because we're gonna be here all summer, and we
That's
want to
right.
get these. But you know, getting while the getting's good. All right, Mindy, when does it become triple revenge, and when is it just a bad matchup, maybe for the host Heat? They seem to be taking the action here up to -6. The Bulls have been doing pretty well in this little matchup over the last few games, certainly. So that's the way I'm just portraying it. As I'm sure that everyone's, looked at it and handicapped it and whatever, the triple revenge angle with the Bulls, the three straight wins this season. So, they also got the money in all those, Mindy. But the Heat, they're the 6 point favorite at home here. And you see this total. Yeah, I went 2-2. I lost two premiums, but if any game in this whole, if you took all the teams of the NBA and said, put two teams out there that would have the best chance of maybe making an under, you might pick these two teams. And if not, you might have picked the previous matchup involving, we saw, the Heat game and the Bulls game both. But I don't know, 208.5. You don't see it, haven't seen a total like this in months.
I don't know. Have we seen one like this all year? I don't know. I mean, it seems like everything's always been in the teens at least, but Heat 1-2 over their last three. That 105-116 loss to the Hawks on Tuesday. Bulls now 3-0 and just allowing the 99 points, right? So that's some of the reason here for this low total. I don't know if the defenders just have enough for the Heat here to stop guys like, DeRozan. I think they're going to have a big day offensively. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulls here and the points.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, that's what I don't think it's just all about this matchup. I think the Bulls have been a terrific underdog, actually, when given when placed in that role. I mean, well, they've been good. Let's just cut it to say it like it is. The Heat have been terrible as a
Yeah.
favorite. We know that. We made a lot of good bets going against the Miami Heat at home. There's going to be a lot of Chicago here, I guess, huh? Ron on Chicago, Thomas on Chicago. Uh, didn't mean to pop Ron's OKC up there on the too early. I just wasn't paying attention. I just saw a pick and I went with it. But Butterscotch, one of our Chicago correspondents, says take the Bulls in those points. Said the Scotch doesn't. No, let's just call Scotch like it is. Scotch butter, no Homer Scotch. I mean, he tells us when, he tells us when not. So, and at 6 points, I'm down. I mean,
Right.
why? Why is it six, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I think the Bulls probably should win it outright, right? I mean,
I'm gonna try a little bit of money line. I think. I'm sure. I'm not necessarily recommending it. Justin says he likes the over in this one. Um, even with me, this maybe look. I got burned a little bit in that last game. It went down. I wanted under. I still went under 212.5. It ends up, just sneaking over. So
it's going to be close. Yeah.
it's going to be too close to me, but maybe to get a premium out of but I'm almost thinking even though I'm you would think under City. I don't know if it's under City with these two. It might actually be another situation where it sneaks over. You're the one that said, Mindy, you think the Bulls can have a strong offensive game here.
I do.
So, and don't forget the secret weapon. I'm sure she'll be there, but
Yeah.
but it is. I do think that we're setting it up like it could be uncomfortable. Like fans are brutal, and I think you saw the fans around her that game. I don't think anybody was telling her to shush or anything, but you could see. Look, no one's going to be rude to a player's daughter that make them, but like you could see fans trying to like talk over her a little bit or cheer a little bit so she's not heard. I don't think it's going to bother a free throw shooter. I think maybe that was look. No one wants to say that that was the difference, but just the free throw shooting was so
So
bad
bad. Would they
by
miss 18
Toronto.
shots?
What was it, 18 for 32, 18
18,
for
yeah, something
36?
yeah.
Was it 50%? Was it whatever it was not up to NBA standards. So, if it was something that was getting in the back of their mind, just all they got to do is, cheer over her. They won't really hear her that much. And they could do it, but it might be weird. She might cry or something. I don't know. All right. Bulls should cover. And everybody's already wants to get on the Thunder. Don't slow down, you guy. I mean, okay. TJ's ready. They're all on the Thunder already. You're not even. Thomas Lewis might go over in this one. Gerardo's here today. Justin said he'd rather get beat going over. And Takia Jefferson here today. Hello. Lingowick, where you been? Nice to see you. Bulls, Bulls, Bulls with his Knicks hat. Gerardo Bulls in the points. Blake likes the over. I know it, it's funny because no one's rushing to say, "Oh, this is too low." Right?
Right. It's still scary, no matter what.
Nobody wants to bet an under at this point in the NBA except me. I mean, of course, I will, but I went under in all 4 games and went just 2-2. So, Justin,
I'm the same. I went over and went 2-2.
Right? Did you go over in all?
Yeah.
All 4 games? We were totally opposite. Well,
yes, totally opposite.
And Doubles is here today. So look, you have Justin. He says his team, they never cover. We know that. We know they're a terrible home favorite. And then show me the loot. Wow, show me loot. Nice to meet you.
Loot.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Before.
I thought that was spiked hair, but it's actually some words there above his. It looks like it.
No thing.
Ain't no thing, can't complain. Ziggy would go under in the Heat game. Brent said, yeah, the teams are similar, right? Last 2 meetings of those did go under. The meeting back about a month ago was 113-99, which is over this number, obviously. And before that, the game at Miami here, when Miami was a 1.5 point favorite and the Bulls won by 10, 113-103. So even though, the totals have gone, they've gone over this number now. Corday here today. Thomas says, be worried about overtime. Yeah, but you can't, I'm not. That to me just favors the Bulls, doesn't necessarily worry about the total. I mean, any overtime game in this is going to probably take it over, not like the game we saw the other night where it went, the overtime was that. I'm trying to remember what game that was.
Lakers?
Yeah. Right.
And it still didn't go over.
It still didn't go over, right.
They needed probably triple overtime for it to go over the way they were scoring, 8 points? 8 points in overtime?
Oh, she will not be there tonight. I did not hear that. Could they not get a ticket or a seat or what? I don't know. I think they're like they all get tickets. Maybe school or something. I don't know, right? I saw a spring break or something. Most of the country, isn't it? But so she won't be there tonight. Well, that's too bad. Maybe we'll find out. I wonder why that is, Kongs. I'm sure that's probably been reported. That's a handicapping angle. She has school. Well, okay. I don't, I know that when I was a kid and my team made the playoffs and went to the World Series, I went to the games. But maybe a little different. But, to me, that's like a very educational thing, seeing professional sporting events at their highest level if you're a kid. That's like learning. I'm serious. Moneyline Mills is here today. Great to see him here. And do we have any more? We can move on. MT, thank you. Haven't seen you in a while, so thanks so much for just popping in just to smash and like. Really appreciate it. I missed the super secret chat last night. If you were in there, I couldn't make it. Ron going over.
Super secret, huh? Hmm.
And Takia says 208 is low. Yeah, Mindy said it's as low as you say, Mindy, but very early in the season, I think they weren't quite ready. Maybe there were a few out there that we did see some low 200s, but
Okay.
you're right. I mean, all season long, it was, especially once we realized what was going on, and then everything from that point was in the 220s and 230s. Milwaukee and Phoenix in the finals. I believe that was actually a finals one time, I thought. The Bulls money line and the points. Vooch in a prop. Caruso in a prop. Looks like TJ taking the points here, maybe. Butterscotch also. Okay, Mindy, we're set with the Bulls. Yeah, that's what I said to you. Remember, but I said that yesterday or on the show. I said it was cute the first time, and then but I didn't even notice it was. Maybe I was watching too many games, and then it became noticeable, and they were pointing it out. So I didn't notice it at first, but then once they said it, it's like you tune yourself in. But interestingly, one of the Raptors players actually came out and did say that it, you know, he said he didn't know if it had if it was a factor, but the stats maybe speak to the fact that maybe it was, or
Seems like
maybe
a
they
trend.
just right, or maybe it was the playoffs and they just choked at the line, and then it's a big game and you hear it and then you see the stats and all right. Yeah, it was cute for like one or two times. I'm sure the people behind her were, in front of her. Okay, we're on the Bulls. Let's go to the one. Everyone's already. I'm sorry, I didn't put up the. I'll try to go back, I guess, and put up all the Thunder Buddy comments already. They all want the Thunder, Mindy. It doesn't matter. The steam has come in on the Minnesota Timberwolves in this game. So the Sharps, or whatever you want to call them, they're on the Timberwolves here. The Steam's also come in on the under here. So, what are you going to do with this one?
Oh goodness, Ramon. I went over last time in the Thunder game, and I'm gonna do it again here today. It is 6-2 in the Timberwolves' last 8 games. They're 8-3 to the Timberwolves' last 11. Playing on rest that they get to the over. I got a Thunder team fifth in league scoring, and Timberwolves are 13th, and not too bad themselves here. So yeah, I'm gonna head over this 228. I look forward to getting the 230s today.
Okay. Well, I'm on the Thunder.
Well,
On the
yeah.
Thunder. Everyone here is on the Thunder, so I'm on the Thunder. Who has Minnesota at all in the chat? Anybody? Here's Thomas Lewis on the Thunder. TJ is on the Thunder. Ron's on the Thunder. Demetrius is on the Thunder. Everyone's on the Thunder. Here's Ziggy. He's not only going to lay 5.5, he's going to lay 5.6.
That's right.
Love you, Ziggy. All right, Ron, he will be with you in this one on the over here. TJ, this is, I would guess, absolutely contrarian. Because, and maybe if anything, maybe that might be the way to go. Everybody's so down on this guy, right? And he obviously has something to play for. I guess the way I see it, Mindy, is could the way the public is perceiving him and the fact that because of the disciplinary and maybe people are so down on this guy, still listed as questionable. I would think he's going to be in there. Again, Cat is probable. McDaniels is out. Reed is out. But I'm gonna. Yeah, I think that seals it a little bit too. The Thunder, they never give up. Boy, they never give up. Let's see here. Z, you didn't have to. I wasn't making fun of you or anything. You didn't have to correct it. I thought it was, I was making it cute. Thunder. Here's Ron wants SGA over 32.5. Butterscotch is not quite sold on it. He's going to be taking the Thunder, but he wants to just add some points just to make sure. Again, it's in basketball. Look, it's not a football game, but the way basketball works, 7 is considered kind of a significant number in basketball. 3, 5, and 7 to a certain extent. It's not like football. It's not solid like football, but you can look at it anytime you buy point. You can see where you have to pay sometimes an extra. Some when you move a half a point, sometimes you're just charged 5 or 10 cents.
Right.
When you move a half a point or a point to some of those key numbers in basketball, sometimes it's 15, 20 cents just for a basketball. So it's tough. Not too fond of buying small points. I'll buy a lot of points. I don't, Ron. What do you say? Somebody else too, or
SGA.
Okay, SGA probably likes Giddy points over. Boy, Giddy has no conscience, though, doesn't he? I mean, if he likes the shot, he will take it. You got to think, moving forward.
That's what you're supposed to do, Ramon, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this guy's done,
I mean, point guards. That's their job. It's their job.
Well, he is a very enjoyable player to look. I don't we see Giddy. We watch, as cappers, as fans, we're watching it every day. He's not a household name or anything at this point, but it looks like he could be one of the best players in the league. Or maybe one of the underrated players in the league. He's an Australian. Brent on OKC. Darren's here today. He's on the Thunder. And I think, let's see, let me interpret this. Double underdog money line parlay. So he's going to take both dogs. I'm willing to get out my parlay calculator on that. Show me, Loot. Maybe you could just tell us what it is. But, we're dealing with a couple of, plus 190 guys. So it's all okay. See, there were a few Wolves, but all right, Mindy's on the over. I'm on OKC. Just maybe a few more comments here. Jimmy Butler point. Oh, all right, not points and rebound. Okay. See, now this is a little bit TJ Hart. That this is a good thing, Mindy. Right here. This is good.
Yeah, cold is good.
Yeah. Cold AF.
Right.
We all know what that means, but I mean cold. And what was the other term that people are using that sounds cold but is actually hot? I'm trying to. I just heard it the other day. So everybody's saying it. Okay. I'm trying to think of what it is. Help me out, you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, any more? Darren says that parlay's got for plus. It takes him to plus 700. You guys, all right. Let's roll, and get over to hockey. We've got our plays there in the NBA for tonight. All right. Okay, Mindy, and in hockey tonight we have 2 games. Buffalo, Columbus. These 2 teams are jockeying for drafting positions. Okay. Thanks, lady.
The goalie computer is talking.
Why don't even need it? I mean, well, come on. Well, actually, I did need it in this game because I I actually saw both teams might even have different goalies in this, so maybe I was trying to look it up, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if I'm going to get a premium out of this or what you're doing. Actually have a feeling we might end up agreeing on this game, but uh,
Uh-oh.
some talk that it could be Levy in there for the Sabers, could be uh, Gillies in there for the Blue Jackets. Have to see here, but saw these two goalies listed too, and it's the last game of the season. So Sabres, though, on the road where they're comfortable, they're basically up 18 and a half units this year on the road. Or, well, no, I think it's more than that, but Buffalo's been great on the road. Columbus got that money for us.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take the Sabres here. I'm gonna lay the minus 165, 4-1 over their last 5 games. Now scoring well over 4 goals a game. Those Blue Jackets 1-4, only putting up about 1.5 goals a game. Sabres also 6-1 in their last 7. That's where I'm headed here in this one.
Well, Sabres are monsters on the road. So we'll get on them one more time
One more.
before the season's over here. Their season's over. Ron wants to go under 7. I don't know. Maybe Columbus won't score. Columbus have, whatever against mediocre teams, they do seem to get their goals though. I mean, I'm not saying Pittsburgh was mediocre, but they're a playoff team that is. Well, they're not a playoff team, but I think they were expected to be so, right? Mindy, and the Columbus played them tough yesterday and ended up getting that win. They just kept staying there in the lead. I think got tied there for a little bit. Justin wants the over here. TJ might be taking a regulation tie. Butterscotch is on the over here. And Ziggy wants a Blue Jackets on that puck line. I don't know. I guess I should say, hey, Cece's here. Also nice to see you.
Good morning.
So I guess it's possible. I mean, look, we had Columbus yesterday against Buffalo's offense has been pretty outstanding. It's too bad they're not going anywhere. But we'll take them. Let's take them.
All right. Consensus play number 2.
Okay, the big one now, the game that has meaning for the division title for Avalanche. The winner plays Seattle. If Avalanche win, they play Seattle. If Avalanche loses, the Wild plays Seattle. And that's the way it's looking right now with this division, the way it shapes up. So, Predators, though, hey, they, this is kind of why the situation. I mean, they already just beat the Wild yesterday. So now they have a chance to play spoiler. I don't know what it would be called. I mean, they're still going to the playoffs. I want to actually, right now, Mindy, as I speak, as I send it to you, right now, take a look, folks. The Avalanche, they're definitely getting steamed. They're up now to 225 at DK, 220 at an online book that services U.S. customers, an offshore book. Steam right now, Colorado, no doubt about it. There's steam coming in right this second.
Well, I kind of agree here with, Butterscotch and Ziggy. It looks like bad news for the Kraken, no matter how you look at it, though. But I'm going to say both these teams here are playing pretty good defense over their last 5 games here. Avalanche only allowing 2 goals a game. Predators, even less, only 1.5 goals a game here as of late. I'm taking the under. It's 14-6 Avalanche last 20 games here on rest. So taking the under.
Okay, and we'll see about this goalie situation. I mean, big games, so I would imagine Gurdjieff might be in there. Will it be Saros again? I think it's showing as such. Trying to fire it up over here. And Avs to win the division. Here's Butterscotch. We'll take the 1.5 tonight. That's a reasonable price. Ziggy wants to go under. I do as well, Mindy. I want to try the under here at 6, shaded to the under. So we've got 2 hockey plays.
We
The
pulled
show
it
me
off
Luke.
right at the end of the season.
Huh?
I said we pulled it off right at the end of the season. 2 consensus. 2
Okay.
for 2. Look at us go.
Well, that's about what we need to make up for yesterday. Here's CC on the Avalanche money line. Avalanche on the road, not bad, and Predators at home. Even though they won that game. The Show Me Loot thinks that we minus 250. Yeah, maybe. You do see a lot of times must, and it's not a must win. I mean, they're in, so that takes away a little bit. But there's no doubt
If
that
you want to
this
play the
one.
Kraken, that's what you need to do. That's who I'd rather play.
Would you rather play the
I would.
Kraken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just me personally, I guess.
Okay. Well, so good advice there. Takia says I'm already stuck with a 5.5 at my book, is what
Yeah.
Takia says. So I don't know. I'm showing mostly 6s, but I guess there could be some 5.5s already. It is shaded to the under. So Scott says Nashville at home, last game of the regular season. Preds, yeah, don't forget Preds are in too. It's not like they're playing spoiler. I just mean they're playing spoiler because of the, more maybe all Avalanche more to play for, right? So, all right. See if there's any more support for us on that total, but nonetheless, yeah. I mean, I said Nashville. I meant Nashville's not in, right? I mean, so they are playing spoiler. But what's the other match? So it's the Avalanche would play the Kraken if they win. They play the Wild if they lose, right? Yeah, Wild if they lose, and and the other way around, right? For Dallas, they'll play if Colorado loses, Dallas plays Kraken, and if Colorado wins, Dallas plays the Wild. Okay, I think I got it there now. Yeah, not Nashville. What am I thinking? No, can't. Right, trying to let me make sure of that. What is?
I think you're right.
Okay, well, I just was confused by that comment because it does say that's what threw me off. And I guess Scott Nashville's not in. Nashville being at home, being last game of regular season, wanting momentum. Nashville is not in. Nashville is not in the postseason. Okay, no problem. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything there. Okay, let's take a look now. A few more comments here. Darren will take the Preds. Blake is our Tennessee correspondent. Does like Nashville tonight, and we'll see. Maybe they can. Did it yesterday. Maybe they can do it again today. That's a look at hockey. Thanks, everybody. All right. So that was interesting that steam comes rolling in right there, but
Right.
Definitely took it up from $2, up to 2.5 now, no doubt about it. So let's get ready to go in the major leagues now, with 15 games today, and there's been some movement that I can tell you about as we get into it. Get your information ready, everybody, as we talk about Major League Baseball for Friday. All night card. We call up the lines and everything. We know who the Brewers are pitching at least today.
Yeah. What do you get a line out there? Like 6 p.m., something like that? Oh, man.
Thought it was going to be Johnny Holstaff. Okay, let's start off, Mindy. The Philadelphia Phillies are going to take on the Cincinnati Reds. Taiwan Walker here, road favorite. But look at that total, man. 10 under. I told you. I mean, we're in the Reds ballpark. So, if anything, this is where you kind of see these totals starting to go up. And that's what we're going to start to see here, I believe, with these totals moving forward. Just look at today. So, see what you got in this one, Mindy. I think we'll have I don't know. I feel like we're going to consensus on some of these, on a lot of games. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope, right?
Well,
I think the Phillies bullpen here, they're a little weak right now. Reds have been, pretty much in all these games. If you've watched them here as of late, they just took another one down yesterday. I think the Reds kind of have the edge here at home. I'm gonna take them on the run line though today. I'll take Reds plus 1.5 here.
yeah, I mean, is Walker going to be, a disappointment for the Phillies? The Reds have, certainly some issues, but uh, so far, Overton, they win when he's pitching. I know that. They've been good, and the Phillies have not been good behind Walker so far. It's interesting. See what you guys are doing here. If anything in this one, Ziggy wants to go Phillies, but Sherilyn's on the Reds. And let's see here. Reds to get the run line here, possibly. That's what Mindy said, right?
Yep, that's what
Minus
I said.
$1.25, $1.30 maybe. Scotch will take the Phillies. Yeah, maybe they're suited well, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, TJ on the Phillies. Look at me. The Phillies are they're starting with some injuries. We know that. TJ on the over here. I can't disagree, but I might just want to play the Reds here with Mindy at this good price. We see a lot of run lines coming in general. I got burned yesterday trying to lay a run and a half. Here's another over. Looks like you guys do like the over here. It's over 10. So Walker, Mindy, so they lost both of his starts, but still just 0-1, but a 6 ERA so far. Both of his starts did go over. He's got a 5 ERA lifetime against the Reds. Phillies have not looked good. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They're just 1-6 so far on the road. And Overton, yeah, they did win his first 2 games and kind of making fun of it. He's at a 10 ERA in those starts. They went over in both of them, and also he's pitched to 6 2/3 innings against the Phillies, and has a ERA of 10.8. And the Reds also have been struggling, losing 6 of 8, but 4-2 at home. I'm going to be with you, Mindy. Let's
All right,
take
let's do it.
1.5 here.
Reds plus 1.5 for the win. Consensus play number 4.
Okay. All right.
All right.
See a few more comments in there on the game, I think. TJ, Reds first 5, Schwarb's home run, and Blake likes the Reds as well. So let's take them. Let's take the Reds. Darren likes the over.
Let's do it.
All right, Diamondbacks and Bumgarner going up here against the Marlins and Trevor Rogers. Well, Trevor Rogers is actually off to the weaker start of the two. I don't know statistically, but at least Bumgarner has that win in his back pocket still from early on. Diamondbacks and Marlins here. Marlins, though, big favorite, $1.55, total 9 over 15. Maybe the total's gone down just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to try the Marlins here in this spot. They are winners of their last 5 versus the NL West. Trevor Rogers does have that 29% K rate. I think I'm going to take the Marlins here, Ramon.
And so would Ziggy. He wants Marlins on the money line. Butterscotch likes the over in this one. Steve Fallow here today. Good to see you, Steve. He's on Miami on the money line here. Takia liking Arizona. Jay Peasy's got Christian Walker on the home run prop. Sherilyn will also take the Marlins with you. Have my concerns. We're certainly about Rogers right now. Fernando Marlins and over. Here's Brent on the D-backs. Well, I think for me, look, Bumgarner, 8 ERA over 8 so far. Arizona, though, man, they are looking pretty decent. They've won 5 of 6. Rogers, 0-2 record, 7 ERA so far. Seen Marlins come to life a little bit, winning 3 of their last 4 games. So, see, let me get a few more comments, see if I can be swayed here in this one. Demetrius D-backs on the run line. TJ Marlins money line. Phillies money line for Fernando. Thomas says D-backs are playing decent. Don't disagree here. I think the problem is Madison Bumgarner in this one. So, well, all right, Mindy. Looks like I've got a kind of like my social life. I got to make a commitment. I've always had a hard time doing that. This is going to be one of the games I'm going to take an under on this one. Probably might be one of my only unders of the day. Probably not going to put any unders in the premiums at this point. But I'll take the under, and Mindy is on the Marlins. All right, the Giants are on the road here to take on the Tigers in interleague action. It's kind of neat, Mindy, with interleague games every day.
Yeah, they are fun.
Mania favored here, $1.45. Total has been dropping a little bit here to 9 under 25. So we're seeing movement on the under here. I don't know what that means because all I could do is not stop talking about overs, but facts. And this one is heading towards 9 under 25. I don't think we're seeing any 8.5s just yet. No, it's 9 under 20 almost across the board.
So what does Steve Fallow say? He says, San Francisco money line. Hey, that's going to be my play today. Wentz struggles a little bit with control here. Giants hitters have had the edge with lefty starters here this season so far. I'm going to take the Giants here on the money line.
Okay, Mindy takes the Giants on the road against the Tigers. Oh, Tigers. Steve, there it is. There it is. You called it, Mindy. Steve on San Francisco. So's Demetrius. So's Ziggy. So's Butterscotch. Sherilyn likes the under. This is the lowest, and this is the lowest total of the day, I think.
Giants.
Make sure that no, 9 under 22. No, it's not the lowest total of the day. There's plenty of 8.5s out there. Oh, the Mets and the A's are what I was thinking of. That's the only 8 out there. Let me try this. Giants for show.
For show.
Steve's got
Yay, Mindy. All right. Hey, I like more comments like yay, Mindy. Let's do those. Everyone comment yay, Mindy.
Oh, great. Here they
All
come.
right, here they come.
There'll be a bunch of yay Mindys now.
Yay! All right, I like it. Hey, look, I'm getting some.
Of course you are. Now I'm going to have to put them all on the board, probably. I'm going to have to
Right,
probably flash them all up there.
right.
All
There's
right.
more. Awesome. See, I needed this for my Friday morning.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait till you guys are done tearing Mindy up before I start to break it down a little bit with the Giants. Man, Detroit, too bad. 3-9. That's a terrible start. Benaya, they lost in his first start. 6 innings, 76 pitches. All right. Wentz got a 10.29 ERA. Oh my goodness. And they've lost both of his first starts. So I can see what's going on there.
Nathan's
No
been doing
doubt.
nothing but winning for the last couple days. That's awesome. 2 more parlays. Sweet.
Okay. I'll probably end up on the over here with these two at 9. Let's see if there's any. Are there any overs out there at all? Oh, yay, Ramon. Hey. Hey, I am getting some.
Ramona probably show that one.
Yeah. I need to get pumped up a little bit.
There you go.
Okay. Giants money line seems pretty easy. Detroit's been struggling. Yes, they have. I'll go over, Mindy. I'm not totally sold on the Giants in this one just yet.
All right.
If I
After
play
tonight,
it,
maybe.
if I take the Giant, maybe if it's, you know, sometimes I say about when we bet personally, and it's like I don't want anybody to know I'm actually picking them, right? So I'm just
Yeah.
yeah. Detroit last in your power rankings at this point, Mindy? Are they above the Royals?
Yes, of course.
Detroit is above the
Yeah,
Royals?
I like Detroit. I don't. I mean, I feel like they've been in games. I mean, I think they've played tougher competition, or I guess you
Okay.
could, say maybe some light competition. But yeah, I think they're better as a whole. Honestly, even though their record doesn't show it. Same thing. Like I don't know. I still think that the A's are my least
Okay,
favorite
you're
team
right.
out there.
Okay, you're right. A's are
I'd go
probably
A's, Royals, Tigers. Then I don't know. I don't know after that. Let's see. Who would I pick?
Marlins got a bad lineup, and I'd probably have the Marlins down there as well. The Nats, I don't know.
Yeah, Nationals. I'm not like a huge Arizona fan. Let's see.
Okay, Mindy. Mindy, anyways, on that one is on the Giants. I'm on the over. All right. The Twins here with Varland. He's no rookie. He pitched last year with the Twins. He's a kid from St. Paul. This guy is Minneapolis through and through. Twin Cities. He played for the minor league team in Minneapolis or in St. Paul, and he's back. I believe. Let me check this. I'm pretty sure he is the starter today, right? With a little switcheroo there for Minnesota, and he's going up against Nestor Cortez. And Cortez here, minus 175, total 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean Cortez is pretty good, but it's still both of these pitchers have that over 600 slugging percentage. So I mean the Yankees are getting hit hard this year, and we saw that yesterday here as well. And I think that the Twins they've shown that they can keep up here. I'm going to go over this total of 8.5 here today.
That's individual slugging percentage against these pitchers, huh?
Yeah, so the Twins pitcher
Okay.
Garland has a 600, versus the Yankees, and the Yankees Cortez has a
They
600.
hit they
Or-
hit 600 against each other slugging. Okay.
Yeah, so if I talk about their stats, it's specific to the team they're playing here.
Oh, okay.
unless I
Garland was
no.
just around last year. I'm sure he faced him. I mean, he had
Yeah.
5 starts last year. Look, he's a he's here a little bit above schedule. I don't think watch for Varland. I think he can be a good pitcher for this team, a decent pitcher. We'll see, but he's back. And let's take a look here in the chat. Yankees run line here for Ziggy. CC likes the over. Now this is another. Did I say what it was? Let's see here. 8.5 over 15. Fade the Yankees. Is that today, Demetrius, or in general? I mean, I don't know. I know we're supposed to think that the Yankees are the Yankees, so. And let's see here. Over for Steve. Over for Justin. Sherilyn says Yankees for sure. That's not terrible price. Butterscotch, though, run line. Mindy said over in this game, right?
I did. I still think those Yankees hitters have the edge over Minnesota squad. I think it was just a little weird game yesterday.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But not that the Twins haven't shown life, that's for sure. We've been on them a lot this season.
No, I mean, right now, you've got to put the Twins up there with with the pleasant surprises.
Sure.
Or I don't know. Is it a surprise? I mean, they made some moves. They weren't shy. They're off to the 9-4 start. The Yankees are still 8-5. I mean, they're still the Yankees. So I mean, let's not just throw them under the bus just yet. So, but again, this was supposed to be Molly, but now it's Varland. But Varland, sure. Tyler Molly's been more in the league longer, but like I said, Varland had 5 starts last year. So Cortez, pretty strong, 2.61 ERA in those 2 wins so far. So I don't think it's terrible. 173, 175. Let me see just a few more comments from the chat here. Oh, I saw Cortez numbers are down, meaning strong, right? I would think that's what Butterscotch means. The numbers are down, right? 2.61 ERA. That's pretty good. I know he's has a couple of wins against Minnesota in 3 starts, but an ERA over 4. You mentioned some of his stats, Mindy. Relly Buns loves the over. Fernando on the Twins. Everyone's making fun of what happened yesterday. And Brent's ready to go with the Rays. Rays game's too easy. All right. And Takia here on the over. Okay. Guess I gotta pull that trigger, as a famous YouTube handicapper used to say. And I want to trust these. I want to trust these Twins. But man, it seems like the Sharps want to hit the Yanks here. Gosh, this is quite a game. Totals moved to 8.5. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Twins on the run line plus a 1.5. I saw someone in there with it. Oh, his K numbers. Okay, yeah, the K numbers are down. That's a major number to look at, certainly. So, okay. Yeah, Sherilyn. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on the Twins on the run line. I can't avoid it. Maybe just I feel like the Yankees too high. Look, that Twins record stands out to me, 9-4. Not saying they're going to go out there and be a 100-win team, but I thought they've played pretty well so far. Okay, we're not quite to the Rays yet, but we got the Guardians here in the National. Guardians, $1.55, and the total 9.5 under 20. Oh, I don't have the Guardians pitcher listed here. I'll put it up right now, but it is Cal Quantrill.
I'm going to take the Nationals here on the run line, Ramon. Guardians are losers of their last 7 run lines on the road. And it's one of those that, if I take a look at Williams, he has a .183 batting average versus this Guardians team here. I'm going to take the Nationals on the run line.
All right.
Plus runs on that
Well,
team that I said was like fourth worst in the league.
no, well, they're at home, and I think that, something to be said for some of these run lines here. Here's Steve wants Washington plus a half in the first 5 with you.
Cool.
So, Williams wasn't too bad, right? Let me see here. Everyone's still making fun of the Yankee game, I think, is what TJ, right? Is that the one they're still talking about? Ziggy wants to go over here. Yeah. Fernando wants Nationals first 5 tonight. So keep going back to that. Nats run line for CC. So they're at home. So, I think there's question. The Guardians bats look pretty okay to me for sure. Let me look here. Quantrill, a 7.45 earned run average in those 2 starts, but they did win one of those games. Cleveland, nice 5-2 road record so far. Williams, a 5 ERA, and they also won one of those first 2 starts. Washington just 1-5 at home so far. That's not great. I gotta think runs are in order here. Williams does have some decent 10 innings pitched, just a .9 ERA career against the Guardians. Again, it's interleague play. The teams are going to play more now. I already said every team plays every team this year. That hasn't been the case in the past when you'd play teams every 3 years from the other league. But that's changed now. I'm on the over here for sure. This is one. Let's get them. Let's get my overs started. Mindy, well, I took over in the Giants Tigers too, but gonna be some overs for me here on the show. Here's Butterscotch wants Nationals plus a half first 5. And okay, I think we can move on. We don't need to spend that much time on it, do we? We could just talk about how great the Rays have been. We all know how great they've been. 13 games in a row, all by massive margins. Not only out of the 3 teams that have been 13-0, none of them won like this. Maybe it's a sign of the way the game is today. Maybe the Rays are the greatest team of all time.
Maybe, right?
But
yeah.
when will it end? When will it end, Mindy? The steam came in on Toronto, so there's some guys thinking they're just going to outsmart everybody today and take these Blue Jays. At even money. But Barrios has lost most of his starts so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Blue Jays are, I think they're decent. I think they're going to give them a little bit of trouble here. But yeah, I mean, the way I see it is this is, 2 pitchers here that don't have very low K rates. I think there's going to be another big shootout. I think it's one of these, 8 to 9 games kind of thing. It's going to probably come down to the wire. I'm going to go over the total.
Yeah, I think maybe the offenses are in order here. Tampa Bay's got a terrific offense now. Rasmussen, pretty outstanding. I know what you're saying, Mindy. Maybe
Just allow
metrics.
more base runners, right? That's kinda how I see it.
No, and he's worked out of it. I mean, he's worked out of it, but again, maybe it's part of that we talked about with the schedule and all that. I mean, but he still has no ERA, right, so far. But uh, you know, he has worked out of the jams. So Barrios has been complete opposite. He's got a 13 ERA so far. So two pitchers opposite directions to a certain extent. Uh, 11 of the 13 wins so far have been by 4 or more runs, Mindy. That's just
Yeah,
incredible.
crazy.
Yeah, that's been great.
I said after the
Toronto,
like the first first series, it was like or first two series, it was they had been covering by 7 runs or more. So I mean 4, that's amazing after this long into the season.
so I'm on the total with you over for sure. I think Rasmussen, if he was out there and mows them down again, terrific. Uh, it's just that the Jays offense has been strong too of late. I mean, they've won 7 of their last 9 games, and I think their lineup's been very, very strong. I do love the matchup today for some of these Rays. Wander Franco, what can you say? I would imagine that he'd probably be one of my guys to look at a prop with today against Barrios. I think Brandon Lowe also can do some damage there in the middle of that lineup. So let's go over Tampa and Toronto. Barrios, an ERA near 6 in 8 career starts against the Rays with a 1-4 record. And Rasmussen, he's faced Toronto quite a bit, 7 starts and just a 2.33 career ERA. However, just 1 victory in those 7 starts. So let's take the over today. We know the Rays' bats are hot. Toronto's bats have been hot as well. And, no disrespect. Hey, I see some Toronto support in the chat. Sherilyn on the Rays here. I think Darren says take Rays. There's Demetrius. He'll take the run line with Toronto today. It's only minus $1.50 or so. That's not terrible. I guess maybe my brain might still be in hockey mode a little bit. I know that's the right line, but just looks like a good price when we're dealing with those hockey games on puck lines. Brent feels very confident that these Rays will just keep it going. Yep, they've covered all those run lines. The Sharps don't care. They think not anymore. I don't know, Demetrius. I don't know. I'm seeing, again, we know the stats are out there, 56% over. Yes, I think the totals have been slightly moved higher. All right. Yeah, Darren says the Jays offense didn't look too good. I had a loser there on the run line with the Jays. So they definitely had a bad. They definitely Spencer Turnbull. You talk about you like the Tigers, and hey, I think Spencer Turnbull. Let's give him some credit in that game yesterday, and I think that I think he's better than those first 2 starts that he had for sure. Okay, we're on it, Mindy. We're on the over. All right, Orioles here in Wells, White Sox, and Clevenger. Mindy, the Orioles are going to be a slight favorite here on the road. They're down to $1.15. Maybe there was steam that came in on the White Sox here. The total is 9 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this Orioles team has been hitting the ball. I know they've been lights out, right? But I just don't see this one going over today. I have Wells at a .091 batting average versus the White Sox, and then you have Clevenger .193 batting average versus this Orioles team. I'm going to go under the total here, under 9.
Okay, yeah, Clevenger has done pretty well so far, no doubt about it. 3.48 ERA in those 2 starts. They won them both, so hats off to him. Wells was pretty shaky in that first start, no doubt, with 4 earned runs in 6 innings, and the Orioles lost that game, of course. But the White Sox won for Clevenger, and I thought he looked okay. I mean, the numbers say he was fine. Let's see what the chat's going to say about this game. Butterscotch is on Baltimore. Sherilyn's on Baltimore, and Takia likes the over. So I'm probably going to be on the White Sox, and I think the chat's just going to be all against us here. Um, if anything, Baltimore, I think they're just they're fine with that 7-6 start. I think Clevenger's had some success against Baltimore. He's won 4 of 6 starts against the Orioles, 4 victories. So, I'm going to come in with the White Sox here as my selection today against the Orioles at even money or so.
Yep.
Maybe minus $1.05, but nonetheless, I like the White Sox in this one. Mindy likes the under. Looks like we're on a bit of an island here.
Right. It happens. Not the first or last time.
Ziggy likes the White Sox on the run line. Okay. Minus $1.65. It's not terrible.
Sure.
Brent Cook on the Orioles. Steve's on the Orioles. A lot of Orioles support. Darren might say first 5, maybe CC on the over. King of Mount Castle again. King of Mount Castle, King of Mount Castle. And I'm on the White Sox, however, and Mindy's on the under. All right, the Angels on the road. Mindy, your Angels. And Sandoval here. They're an underdog, though. The Red Sox, they're a slight favorite at minus $1.15 or so. I have $1.20 there, but I think it's gone down here to $1.15. Steam definitely came in on the under here. It's now 9.5 under 20, and that was just since the start of the show. It came up a little while ago while we were previewing some other games. So Steam came in with the under here in the matchup with the Angels and the Red Sox.
That's where I'm heading, to the under. I mean, you got Sandoval, the second ace, perhaps. And then you have, for the Red Sox here, you have a 41% K rate, a .169 batting average versus this Angels team here. I again think that this one can stay under the total. I'm a little bit worried about bullpens, but other than that, I'm all right. So I just need these 2 starters to go deep into the game. Maybe inning number 7 or 8, something like that.
More for Sandoval, I'm sure. If anything, the Angels bullpen maybe a little bit of just 6 innings in the last 3 days, of course. So maybe they are a little bit rested. That's been the big, I laugh because that's been the problem, for the Angels, obviously. Sandoval, 2 starts, a 1.64 ERA, just 1 win to show for it so far, but, probably not a problem as far as comparing him. Houck is 2-0, but a 4.50 ERA thus far. Let's go to the chat before I commit here and see what they have to say.
Scott says he likes the hitter-friendly park to go over. Darn it.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but here's Steve on Boston. Ziggy's on Boston run line here, minus $1.55. Kia on the Red Sox. Moneyline can't. He's just going on the Moneyline has the Rays on every game, even if they're not playing.
Right.
There's Scott says taking the over here. That's kind of the way I'm feeling. I'm just waiting for a little bit more info, maybe if I'm going to go over, because the steam came in on the under, so I immediately had to take note of that. And I want to kind of dive into it a little further, I think. So, all right, I'm going to take the Red Sox in this one at home. CC's on the run line here with the Red Sox, laying the run and a half even at. That's a Red Sox run line. It's plus 1.5 minus 155. And Sherilyn likes Hauk moving forward. Hauk, um, yeah, both of his starts went over. And I will say this too, that they won the first five. The Red Sox won the first five in his first two starts as well. So Scotch in with the weather report here, and Mindy's on the under. I'm on the Red Sox money line.
So how does it go? Is it Coors Field, then Fenway? Are those the two most hitter friendly parks, right? Right
Well,
now,
I think
or did they change it up with some of these being moved in a little bit this year?
right. Well, yeah, good point. With some of the it was Toronto that kind of changed the dimensions to make maybe home runs a little bit. Remember the Orioles added a big
Yeah,
fence in left field
right.
last year as well.
Tinted Reds a little bit.
Yeah, and again, all these runs, right? So can I just do my little over thing a little bit again today, Mindy? Every day I'm trying to point out one, and again, it's something you guys are talking about in the chat. It's the Twins, right? Putting a huge number up there, right in the right away. So we're just seeing things. Yeah, that happens all the time, right? But it's still just we're still just 2 weeks into the season, and Butterscotch says Coors Field for sure. Cincinnati's got the bandbox, is what Butterscotch says. Don't forget they have the kind of the smallest dimensions. So, but at this point, it doesn't seem like anything matters on some of these. Okay, so I'm on the Red Sox. Mindy's on the under. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
what was that yesterday or a couple this week when wasn't it Ty France that hit it out at Wrigley for what was it, like 462? Just totally crushed it. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Out there to Waveland Avenue. Okay. The Rangers and the Astros. Uh, I mentioned that in interleague play you only played one division, except every team had its own. Back in the old days of the interleague play, before you played everybody, you'd play one of the divisions from the other league, but you also had a traditional rival that you'd play every year as well. And the Rangers and the Astros were one of them. Mindy, for example, the Dodgers and the Angels were a series, and I get the Padres. The natural rival they called was the Mariners, which didn't make any sense, but they share the same spring training complex, so maybe that's why they did it. Who was the Royals? Was it the Cards? Of course, the Royals matchup was the Cardinals every year. So, anyways, the Rangers and the Astros here. Astros are $1.60 ish, maybe $1.55 now. 8.5. Oh boy, let me make sure. Is that maybe I typed this one in wrong? I just want to look at it. It's definitely 8.5 over 15, and I want to. Yeah, there was no 9.5s, so maybe this is the one I got it confused with that other game. Let me just fix it here. Please ignore, because it's 8.5, and now it's over minus 115. It was never 9.5. It was just me typing the wrong thing in. If anything, there were 8.5 or 8.5 under a start, and now we're moving towards the over. So we're seeing a move on the over here in this game.
Oh, Ramon, I know we keep talking about overs. I know it, but I keep going under here today. I feel like I got two lights out pitchers here today. I really like both of them. They got these 93-mile-an-hour fastballs. They only give up 200 averages. I'm going to go under the total.
Well, Perez, good. He's got a 3.3 ERA so far. One win and one loss in those games. He has a win and a loss. Garcia, 7 ERA so far, and the Astros lost both games. So, but I think we expect more from him. He's done fine, 3-0 lifetime against Texas in 3 starts. 5 games total, 2.5 ERA. Did have a couple of relief appearances against them in the past. The Astros is off to a 6-1 start at home thus far. Rangers have gone over in 5 straight. You mentioned taking the under here. Houston's also gone 6-1 to the over at home thus far, and both of Garcia's starts did go over. Is this a cheap enough price for me? I don't know. Let's see what the chat's doing in this game. Man, this one opened considerably higher, didn't it? Let me see what the openers were on this game. Yeah, mostly. Oh no, okay. Maybe I caught a rogue number. It says here that
Rogue. It went rogue.
DK opened $1.80. Was that? Did anybody see DK open $1.80 in this game? It's been mostly this price here, but we've got lots of comments on the game. So let's go right to it. Michelle's here. Hi, Michelle.
C-Spill. Hi, C-Spill.
And C-Spill as well. Great. Let's see. Let me get to that one.
I thought maybe we lost him after basketball season.
Astros don't do well against good pitchers. Do you put Perez in there? Mindy does. Mindy puts Perez in there in the good pitcher category. It looks like at this point, I just put him in there as kind of I don't know if you want to call him old at this point. Maybe he's in his prime. Sherilyn on the Astros here. Demetrius likes the over. So, okay. Yeah, Butterscotch talking about Corey Seager's been sidelined for a couple of days now. He's on the 10-day injured list, but we know the Astros are missing Altuve right now as well, and we know that with this team, I mean, they kind of go as Altuve goes, kind of, but not now necessarily. The Astros, off now all of a sudden 6-7. So Texas actually comes in with a better record here a little bit. So, all right, Mindy, I guess I can't wait any longer. I think this is a fine price at $1.55. I'm going to try the Astros money line here today.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe and I got to turn around just a little bit. Garcia's numbers, I agree with you. He's much better than this 7 ERA, I would think.
For sure.
Yeah, that's all for the comments there on that one. You guys are done with that game. Okay, we're
done and done.
Yeah. The Braves here with Morton. The Royals with, Mindy.
What?
Singer. Hey, Cy Young so far. Well, they win when he pitches.
I don't know if he got the win, though, versus the Giants, right?
Yeah,
I think they just came back in late innings. Did he actually get that win? I don't remember. I thought Singer didn't do so hot, and they still rallied.
No, he didn't do very well. But I feel like I like when teams win when those pitchers are in. But I know what you're saying, and I mean you're going up against the big bad Braves here with Morton. Braves are 9-4, and Kansas City's 4-9. So.
Yeah, last year my only Royals game I made it to is when Singer smoked the Rays. He put up 12 strikeouts in that game. That was a fun one last year. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be that way here today, Ramon.
I tried.
I mean, Singer gives up historically like a 600 slugging percentage here versus Atlanta. I think the Royals bats haven't been bad. Again, they just I think maybe need a little bit better bullpen here. I think this is one that's going to get over the total. I'm going over the 9.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't think I cannot go over in this game with this matchup. I'm trying to sell you on Singer a little bit. Still got a 5 ERA pretty much in those 2 games you mentioned, but I just like the fact that the Royals won both games. That's
Sure.
what I'm,
Give him a little confidence booster.
Morton has a 5 ERA also in his first 2 starts, and the Braves split those 4 games. And Kansas City's actually beat Morton twice in his career, but Atlanta now 3 straight wins. They're 5-1 on the road. They've gone over in 6 of their last 7 games, and the Royals have gone over in 4 of their last 5. Certainly, the Royals are struggling, so we know, and they're just 1-6 at home right now, having lost 3 of their last 4 overall as well. So I'll go over with you in this one with the Braves and the Royals going over 9. But you know what? I'm see what the chat says. I didn't mean to commit without taking their opinion into consideration. So I want to give the Royals a chance here. Anybody?
You? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not real confident about this Royals team here today.
Ramon's glitchy. Am I like that lady in the what's commercial is it? And the lady's there, she's put like the internet's glitchy and she's sitting there on the couch with her friends. Ziggy would take the under in the Royals game. Demetrius Braves an over. Sherlin on the over. And Steve wants the over as well. A lot of over support for us, Mindy. That bodes well. That sounds like consensus. So we're on it.
Consensus play number 6.
That's all. See, we have more and we don't. Oh, well. Maybe we can do more here before we wrap up the show. We've got the Pirates taking on the Cardinals. Oviedo going up here against Woodford. Well, if you Woodford here, $1.65, 9 under 15. See it trickle up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, I'm going to take the Pirates again here on the run line. I mean, they just kind of continue to get it done. They're 4-0 on this road run line here this season, so I got to stick with that. I'm gonna take the Pirates plus 1.5 runs.
Now, tradition would say that some eventually the Pirates will fade and the Cardinals will come on and everything will be right in the world. But right now, it says that it's the Pirates that are 8-5. Cards are 5-8. Oviedo's got 4 ERA so far, but they won both of his starts. They're profitable with him. So I like that. They've won 7 of 10 right now. And Woodford, maybe want to put him in Woodford Reserve because he's got a 9 ERA right now. 0-2 record. Those games. The Cardinals just 2-5 at home at Busch. Boy, that I like Oviedo. I don't know if it's going to end up going under, but if any game on this schedule looks like an under, to me, it would be this one. Let's see what the chat thing. Bucks have gone under in 5 of their last 6 on the road. The Cardinals have gone under in 9 of 13 games this season. So we talk about all the overs, but here's 2 teams that maybe they're producing some unders. So let's take a look. Here's Michelle wants the Pirates money line. And Sherilyn's on the over in this one. So doesn't necessarily heed the trends there. CC Pirates, it's all about the Pirates here. I'm probably willing to take the Pirates on the money line, but Mindy says run line. Let's do it.
All right.
Curtis, he just wanted a reason to put the bed emoji in his tech. It is a chat.
Right.
And butterscotch. You guys are great handicappers. Could use some work on the cliches, I think.
The broadside of a barn, Ramon. You don't know that one?
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're wetting the bed. We can't hit the water ever falling out the boat.
Just want to make sure
Demetrius.
our Midwest cliches made it out there to the coast. That's all.
Demetrius here couldn't catch. We can't catch a cold. We can't. Okay, Demetrius on the Pirates. Takia does the under here as well. I had one total that I'm like, if I'm gonna play a premium on, it's this team. I'm like, God, can I really do it?
Can I really?
And it hurts to be in a little, my little bit of a cold streak, first cold streak in like, I'm pretty sure it's been about 8 weeks.
It'll be all right. Get it out of the way. Get it out of your system.
My records say it's my worst stretch of premiums in 8 weeks, but I'm not supposed to talk about it. Mindy, I want to
did.
Hello to Carla Hunter. Welcome, Carla. Totally
You.
looks like you know what's going on here. You're picking the Rangers on the money line. And I don't care which team you picked, but I'm just saying that makes it look like to me you know what's going on. I know we're talking about a different game, but I'm willing to put your pick up there. Certainly, even though we already blew by that one, want to say hello to our new viewer of the day here, Carla Hunter.
Hello. La la la.
All right, a few more here. Everybody's gonna put "Yay, Mindy." I think from now on.
I like it. I think we should all do it from now on.
If we agree or whatever. Pirates show. Ziggy though, Cardinals money line and over, kind of going against everything what I'm trying to say here, but that's okay. Ziggy's one of our best and most successful contributors, so heed the advice and maybe temper my enthusiasm on the Pirates run line. That's what we're taking, though, Mindy.
We can both win, Ramon.
No, that's true.
Cardinals win by 1. The end.
All right, Lauer got pushed back to this one, so maybe that will bode well for the Brewers. They were able to get the win yesterday. We did go under in that game. We were right. It was 4-3. The Brewers got the win. And in this one, the Padres are a pretty big favorite here again. $1.55, maybe even $1.60 now. 8.5 over 15. Again, I'm trying to be fair to my team. I've already complained one time when I thought they were, when that Braves won a game against the Braves, where I was like, disrespecting the Padres. Now the Padres are getting all of a sudden too much respect, I think.
Maybe,
Just like that.
I don't know. I still like this Padres team. I feel like I might have a little bit more faith in them than you do here early on in the season. They just have so much potential. And I think that's a thing that I'm looking at here for show. But I'm going to go over the total. I don't think we're getting any, 4-3 game like we did yesterday. I think that was kind of a weird anomaly, just all the uncertainty, throughout the day with, who's going to start the game, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think sometimes it knocks folks off their game when you have change-ups, right before. You prepare a certain way as a team, and I think that might have got to the Padres a little bit yesterday. I like them for a comeback today. I think this one's going to be a big total. I'm going over.
Okay, yeah, maybe that will be the case. I know that the Sharps are probably going to prefer the over here. I mean, look, the total's 8.5 shaded to the over. Ziggy would take the Padres money line. Steve on San Diego. Here's Milwaukee for butterscotch run line. Takia on the Padres, but Brent is on the Brewers. So, but these Brewers backers are taking the run line. It looks like for the most part. So probably going to do the same thing with them. Uh, Former Padre, just, several years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago, he was with the Padres. Hasn't been great so far. Just 7.71 ERA in his first 2 starts. Brewers off to a great start right now. I mean, uh, man, they just keep doing it in a way, don't they? I mean, this rotation looks shaky. Burns has not been his self, right? Um, they keep winning. They're 9 of 13 right now. 6 of their last 7 games have gone under. Waka's been solid. I think you know what you get with Waka. Maybe he's going to be a real good situation with San Diego. Maybe that's exactly the spot for him. I always thought he was a very strong and consistent pitcher with the Cards. So Padres won both of his starts so far. We'll say this, Mindy, and again, like I said, the Cardinals and the Brewer. I mentioned the Cardinals and the Royals. Maybe the Cardinals and the Brewers. I mean, those are their rivals there too. It's just that they're not interleague, but I know that pretty strong traditional there because you have the old beer rivalry too. But just to know Waka when he was with the Cardinals in 6-0 all-time record with the Cards. Now maybe the Cards have been better than the Padres in those years, not by totally so much. Padres had their share of successes, but that's over several seasons. But still 6-0 lifetime for Waka against Milwaukee in his career. So Padres have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, just a 3-4 home record thus far. And I think that the Padres will continue to struggle. I think they feel the pressure at home. So I'll take Milwaukee here. I'll take them on the run line. And let's see. Let's wrap it up with the chat in this game, where I think we already mentioned Ziggy, right? Moneyline Padres. Steve, Moneyline Padres. Yeah, I went through those. Those are other ones. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Brent, run line. And JPZ says, check out the BVP today for Soto against. I always do my BVP later, and I probably should do it for the show. I mean, but there's a lot of work that goes into the show as well. So I really don't do as much BVP as I like to do when I like to play daily fantasy, and I'm not playing daily fantasy anymore, so shouldn't ignore the numbers. I kind of treat the lineup as the BVP, but Soto 5 for 18 with a couple of home runs off of Lauer. So thank you for that. We could be here for 3 hours if I check the BVP every time. Mm-hmm. All right. And I don't know what this means, but I'm just going to say it. Padre, no. All right. Mindy is on the over, and I'm on the Brewers run line in this one. I'm not fading my Padres this season. I'm just fading them at home early. I'll be on them on the road in general. One game, and we can go the other way. All right. Senga is a favorite on the road here. Big mismatch right now, anyway. Only 210. I don't know if it's a cheap price or they got steamed. The Mets did, and this is the lowest total of the day at 8.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Mets here, laying the 1.5 runs here. Senga's been, solid, like you said. And if I think this A's team is probably the worst in the league, I'm going to go ahead and go against them here today. Taking those Mets on the run line.
Yeah, I didn't mean to disrespect anybody when I didn't make Oakland worst team. They are 3-10 right now. Run line, you said, Mindy, for the Mets to crush them. It's funny, right? It does seem like we want to go again. They lost 10 of 11, but it happened kind of again yesterday for the A's, right? They came back and, end up getting the run. They're losing by like 4, and then all of a sudden they tie the game. It's happened a couple of times so far, so they've shown some life. But Caprillion has been pretty bad. He's got an 11 ERA and 2 starts so far. He's lost them both. Senga, hey, maybe he is all that. Now, granted, they were playing Miami in both of his starts, so he's got a 1.59 ERA. Won them both. Mets just 3-4 on the road. They've gone under in 4 of their last 5. The A's have gone over 9 of their 13 games, but I was going to make fun of them for giving up a bunch of runs. But like I said, they've hit a little bit. They've come back in some games and battled. And what was yesterday's game? 1.7-7 or something like that. So, wish I would have, wish, woulda, coulda. I like the over. I like the over there. Ended up just betting the game over. So, as we had that Oriole run line, didn't work out for us. So, but in this one, why not, Mindy? The Mets should be able to smash them here with those bets. I worry when they keep kind of getting run lines a little bit. I don't know. So, let's try the Mets with the run line victory. I didn't even check with the chat. Are they taking them? Scotch has got a lock there. Okay.
Like that's it. That's all we need to know.
Demetrius on him. Curtis wants to lay 2.5 with him today. Steve's on him. And no problem, Ziggy. Caprillion should be better, right? He's had enough time now. And I think, to me, Mindy, I think the Mets, the Athletics are another team where, and we've seen it before with some of these teams in other sports. I don't want to just broad brush it, but when you get
Parks.
bad support at home, you're like, this sucks. Nobody's here, and then you get out on the road a little bit, and you get a little bit more energized a little bit. There's a bigger crowd, right? Even if they're rooting against you, it feels like more excitement than you can imagine the fans at the A's game getting cobwebs. And it's funny. Remember, I mentioned was it on our show that I mentioned about the controversy with the concessions now?
Yes, yesterday. Right? Yeah.
Okay. And so I've even seen it taken a step further. Let me know if you guys saw this angle to the story. One major leaguer came out and criticized a rule that about I want to say maybe 5, 6, or 7 ballparks have changed. You know how it is, you go to the ballpark and the beer sales stop for the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Right. There have been a handful of parks because of the pace of play. They've actually extended that to 8th inning. The player came out and said, that doesn't make any sense. In fact, you should push it back to the 6th inning. The thought of that is, right, the game's going faster, so pull back again, I said, they're not going to have, you want to get as many beers as possible.
As you can. Yeah, right.
But I think that
you want to get the same amount of sales in the shorter period of time, so you'd have to extend it. Yeah.
So, right. So when you put it at the 8th inning, that's going to be sooner. You're going to get out. Someone may, of course, they're not going to drink it. We know that, but someone may do that. And they'll be on the road that much sooner because the game goes by faster. And that the game in the 6th inning, if you cut the beer sales off in the 6th inning, then that's further away and the game goes by faster. So just want to kind of close that thought out on that from the other day. So on the Mets here.
Deep thoughts.
And
Scott.
I meant deep thoughts. And the A's, oh boy. That's what they do is go drink at the game, I guess. The Cubs and the Dodgers.
You're supposed to do.
And eat. Syndergaard here, $1.60, 8.5 over 20.
I know we were just talking about that. I was like, probably the worst purchase I've ever made is like, the 6-pack of the Simply Lemonades at the game. That 6-pack cost like $109. That was like the worst purchase of all time, I tell you, Ramon. but but what a fun game here today. Cubs and Dodgers. I'm looking forward to it here. Steele has this 1.25, batting average against, and Syndergaard a 0.172 batting average against. I'm going to go under the total. I think it's going to be a fun one. You also been talking about a little bit of, I don't know. It's been kind of going back and forth if some of these night games have been still maybe going a little bit towards the under. That's where I'm looking here today. Gonna go under the total.
Yeah. In fact, it's not so much. You call them night games. I mean, we know that most
night games to me.
Yeah, no. I'm trying, and again, I mean, they're not all. I mean, we know that there's plenty of day games, especially early in the season because of opening days and things like that. But it's been more. You're right. Night games. It's the West Coast games a little bit are the ones that are trending under a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to join you in this one actually and go under. Did we end up with 2 unders maybe in premiums? I don't know. It was 1 or 2, but I'm going to go under. Steele, 2 starts so far, 0.75 ERA. Has a good start.
Ramon, come back.
Oh my gosh.
There you are. Okay. You kind of
I don't know where I left off. Did you hear I said I went under? Did everybody click?
Yes, you got that. Yes.
Yeah, Steele, 0.75.
That's where you left off, yep.
Okay. 0.75 ERA, 1 successful start against the Dodgers. I don't remember if he won or lost it, but I'd have to take too long to check it out. But okay. Great. Syndergaard, definitely room for improvement, right? 6.3 ERA thus far, and they've lost both starts. So I hope the Dodgers have made the right move here, picking him up. Maybe he'll have a pretty good outing here. Dodgers have gone over in 5 of their last 6. Cubs have gone over in 6 of their last 9. So trending over for the most part, but I think for me, I'm just kind of looking at the movement of the line here. I know it's 8.5 juice to the over. I want to go under in this game with you, Mindy. I'm going to try 1 under here. What's the comments? What's the chat doing? Let's take a look because I see. Okay, here's Scotch, who's our Chicago correspondent. He likes the Cubs plus a half a run at even money here in the first half. He's happy that Jerry Swanson's to make his return. He would take Cubs on the run line. CC Cubs on the run line, but Curtis says no way. Lay the 1.5 here. Kong is here. There he is with play of the day. It's on the Rays run line. I'm not going to call you square, Kong, because
we took it. We did it. We took the over.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, he is laying the run line there, so he's getting plus money, and so that's legit. I'm not making fun of him because the Rays are 13-0. I mean, even on the money line, it's still just barely up. They're up to almost $1.30 now. I see, though. You got to think that the public wants a piece of them still. Steve on the Dodgers here run line. So Show Me Lou talked about that game when we talked about that steam on that hockey game. So Thomas, are we getting those special cups on the Simply Lemonade? Is that what he's talking about? Like some team cups or something?
Mine was in a can, so I didn't even get a souvenir out of the $109.
Oh, well, sometimes the can, right, is like it says like.
Yeah, this one didn't. It was nothing special. Like it didn't have any Royals insignia or.
No, okay, then you can drink it then.
It's a total waste.
Does anybody ever, does anybody have any souvenirs that are still full of, like I have a Coke bottle from the 1978 All-Star game in San Diego with the Coke still in there. Like,
Oh my goodness.
if there was a nuclear war, could I
You can
drink
sell it
this
on eBay.
last Coke or something?
Right.
I want this Coke. It's only 40 years old.
Funny. I know lots of folks that have like the souvenir, beer cans and such, like with the pull tabs.
Thomas says it looks like I only caught that last one and then the one earlier in the show, so I don't know if it's. I'm sorry if I've. Hopefully the show's been okay, me. I've only caught myself bumping twice, but
You've been kind of pixelated here this morning.
Pixelated. Feel kind of pixelated today.
You look a little fuzzy.
Dodgers. Burley, hello, Burley. Hi, Burley. No problem, and thank you for checking in. And so there we are, Mindy, on that one. We'll take the under together.
Do we think Ramon needs holy water? Is that the deal? Ramon? I think the Pope's Exorcist or something is coming out today. Maybe you should check it out.
In general, we're going to go on the under. I mean, I'm basically looking at a market move here is the way I feel about it. I mean, I think the teams in general, I already mentioned some of the trends that kind of point to the over with the two teams, but you got to think Ginger Guard is home now. I mean, come on. This Cub lineup pretty good, pretty okay right now, I'd say, but how many starts? I mean, you got to have a good start, otherwise the people are going to start to.
What's Bellinger going to do?
Oh, good point.
Is he up for a home run today?
We'll see what the any chat there. I mean, I could look to see what I have on the matchup as far as. Oh gosh, I mean, I have this as a very good matchup for the Cubs offense, and not so much. I mean, obviously, Steele, are always up against it, faced up against the Dodgers, but Steele's numbers are sharp, no doubt, and it's not a great matchup necessarily for the Dodger bats either. Might be kind of a neutral thing. I think that's why we can hang on here and try to get this under. All right, no more comments from that unless you got buffering out there a little bit. Okay, last game. Rockies and Mariners. And a couple left-handers going at it. Who was Gomber? They've lost both of his starts so far. And Marco Gonzalez for the Mariners, $1.75, 8.5 under 15.
I'm just going to go over the total here. Not much analysis I don't think is needed. I feel like the Mariners bats finally catching fire here a little bit. That's where I'm headed. Over the total, over this 8.5.
All right, Mindy. Go over 8.5. I don't know what I thought you were going to talk up the Mariners a little bit. Pretty big price, though. No doubt about it in this one. See if anybody, we might just be done. Everybody might be leaving us done with the show. Don't want anyone to talk about this last game. So maybe I'll just have to agree with you. But Gomber mentioned 0-2, 6.75 ERA thus far for him. And one career start against Seattle, gave up 3 runs in 6 1/3 innings. Rockies, we know both teams actually struggling. Both teams are 5-8. Marco Gonzalez, 4.22 ERA thus far. Mariners just 2-5 at home thus far. I'll agree with you. I got to take me another over. Seattle's gone over in 7 of 12 games thus far. Rockies have gone over in 4 of their last 6 games. So let's take the over and have another consensus play. We've got to get it going a little bit with our premium consensus here on the show. Let's see the chat. Just a few more comments from them on this game. Oh, look at that. Curtis has got a lock here on the Mariners.
All right, Curtis, here we go.
Okay. Hey, Rick's here. Good. I hope Rick, we need a good day. I haven't seen Team Steam up there, quite honestly, this week on the leaderboard. So I think we need to have a good day. Butterscotch is on the over with us. A lot of support for Seattle here. All right, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com with our premium picks. Absolutely, our best picks are over there at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages, including those from Mindy and I today. Take a look at our consensus plays here on the show where we took the Bulls. +6. We were on both games in the NHL tonight, the Sabres and the under in the Avs game. Oh, boy. Darren coming in late comment there says he likes the over in the Rockies Mariners game as well. So I want to try to get in some Euro baskets after they teased me a little bit yesterday and I got it wrong. So I looked at a couple of games. Maybe I can come up in the chat a little bit. I know I already played. I think I played Zalgiris and Bayern over. And I like Bayern, but I don't think I can get a premium together just yet. And then, okay, here comes the baseball. That's all? Felt like more. Rays run line.
All I got.
I'm sorry. Reds run line. Rays over. Braves over. Pirates run line. Mets run line. I'm glad some of those are +1.5s there on a couple of those. And Cubs under. And Rockies over. So 3, 6, 9, 10 plays.
10. That's what we got.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for a good show. We were able to get out. Well, it still took me 2 hours to get through it with you, Mindy. I thank you so much every day. Thank everybody in the chat every day as well. But I thank Mindy more. Keeps me coming back, but you guys keep us coming back every day by being here. I don't know what we got to today, but we probably need to put up some pretty stiff days here. Thanks, Thomas. Catch you later. Brent, Darren, Demetrius, Ziggy, Rick, Scotch, Curtis, Verley, Kong. Show Me Loot was awesome. He also Show Me Loot actually also new contributor of the day. Certainly Takia Jefferson, Steve Fowlo, JPZ. Thanks, everyone. Michelle Foster as well. Sherilyn was here as well today. Hope I didn't get to everybody, but Moneyline Mills certainly was here. TJ, can't forget. Nathan Cerna stopped by. Don't remember that? Was here. Relly Buns. So appreciate Justin Millage as well. Hope I got a shout out for you there, Fernando. Great to have everybody. All right, CC as well. Ron Hahn, can't forget. And MT was here as well. Lingo Wick. That should probably get enough of them. Zordon as well. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. We'll catch you tomorrow. More morning steam on Saturday. Back for the weekend action. We'll have more sports. Get ready for those. We'll have all the NHL playoff matchups set. A little bit of a respite here moving forward, but we're ready to go. And, pro basketball too. I mean, we see several of those matchups already set for Saturday, Mindy.
Right.
We'll be in on them. Brooklyn and Philly, Philly by 8, Atlanta and Boston, Boston by 9, Knicks and Cleveland, Cleveland by 5.5, and Warriors and Kings. That one's practically a pick 'em. So we'll catch you there tomorrow with all those teams get ready to go in NBA playoff action. So, all right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.